Hello everybody, welcome to the decks of the weekend. In front of me right here I have the mill deck that the most successful mill player in the world, Tibalt of the Subred, won a modern challenge with, going undefeated, going 11-0, or maybe 10-0. I don't know how many rounds it was, but it definitely was a lot. And yeah, pretty crazy, right? I mean, this player, Tibalt of the Subred, he qualified to the Mox last time playing mill. Didn't do well at the Mox itself because, well, most people were ready for him. There were multiple of drafts. I believe like almost every of the competitor had a Emrakul in the sideboard, but that's not normally the case for a normal tournament, and he got the job done in the Modern Challenge. The list doesn't have that many new innovation. If you watch my last Merc-type video, I actually lose to him. He's they're wild. Like they had 64 cards plus sideboard. Apparently, I heard that they bring in up to 64 in every matchup with the two ghost quarters. Don't ask me why, but the ghost quarters were definitely nice against me. This stripped me out of red. But yeah, you have the surgical extraction extirpate, which again, I've been vocal about how much I don't like these cards, but obviously in the middle strategy makes sense, especially against the combo deck. And then you have the Jace Perfected Mind, which is this new card from March of the Machine, or sorry, Perpetual Be1, that very much fits this archetype. Is Mill well positioned in the meta game? Well, the answer is probably no, because I can't imagine this deck being good against Scam. Although there is a Mill that's not really on the meta game, so almost nobody has Emrakul in their sideboard. Whereas there was definitely a moment where it was the case. So as long as your opponent doesn't have this like extremely powerful sideboard card against you, which just shuffles back the deck once it gets milled, you can kind of just like aggressively mill most players, and like Tasha Z's Lather just gets can mill up to, I believe, like he milled 19 cards of me on that Sunday Merc that video. So this is an interesting deck, and of course modern, and again won a decent sized event, so I'm definitely going to play this deck in the rest of this week. Let's talk now about Legacy. There was the Legacy showcase, and I have done a lot of content about Blue Black Scam. I've done like the sickest run I've ever done in Magic Online with this deck, which is 15-0 in 3 leagues. Didn't drop a match yet with this deck ever since I picked it up. It's on my channel as well. So yeah, this is the deck that I love, and the deck that I am highly considering. No, I guess I'm basically locked. Now I might just switch some slots here and there, but I definitely played this deck at 4 season at the European Legacy Masters. This deck, there was 2 copies in the top 8, the finalists as well, Bernardo, but the winner was actually a slightly different take on this archetype, and it was Grixis Shadow. Basically now, like, the Orcish Bowmaster is, I mean, I say the best card, although obviously, like, Force Days, Wasteland, like the Pillar of Legacy, will not ever be like in any like sort of ban discussion or anything. So like, as you've seen, the Legacy ban list always happens to the new card. They're not gonna ban the 20 years old card. But Orcish Bowmaster is the most powerful card of Legacy. And right now, you either play it or you play combo deck, which is not great. Uh, the black went from being like kinda just nobody played it to being you must play it. So now there were, I believe, 2 blue black scam and 2 blue black shadow, with the winner being Grixis Shadow, for a very very light splash of Obnixis and Meltdown. Uh, Reason being, Meltdown is better than Dress Down, and Obnixis is better than Palantir. You have 1 Steam Vents and 1 Blood Crypt, which is not little, and I can definitely see games where these things hurt you more than these things gain you. So personally, I would stake in blue black. But again, congrats to Andy Wilson for winning the showcase. That is a 304 people event. So again, size of these tournament is very important because of course the challenges are relevant. We talk about them, but they are usually, let's say, I don't know, 6 or 7 rounds of Swiss, whereas this was nine. So the results are of course better. And if you want to play a fair deck, you must play the Orc. You must play this more tempo oriented strategy. The control deck are kind of struggling right now. Of course, this list is very similar to the other one. We're playing Thoughtseize and Death Shadow over the Grief package. I love Grief personally. I feel that the opening hand of Grief Reanimate is just it's very powerful. We've seen that in Modern, and Legacy is no exception. And yeah, I feel that you could say that this deck is budget. People love to talk about these things, so let's talk about it too. We have only one Underground Sea. That's the only reserve list card, so you can also play without it. I'm sure you can play for Watery Grave, and you can get your job done and get your yourself winning Legacy showcase list, which isn't bad, you know. By boosting black, you boost that shadow, which makes the format more cheap. That's definitely true, but at the same time, again, the Zorkish Bowmaster is very much like you play it or you just change archetype. You can't play a mid-range deck without it. But then again, Blue Black Scam is my deck of choice. It's on my YouTube channel. It was posted on Saturday. Check it out. That was the trophy, of course. And I made 2 other one-off streams because that's the thing I enjoy doing right now. It's Legacy, and this deck is also like very fun, very very fun. Let's talk about Pauper. I've played this deck on stream this morning. Mono Blue Delver. This deck won a challenge, and it has some new cards that are definitely the last time I played Pauper. These cards were not here, or rather, well, Lawrence Revealed was legal, but a Pauper Geddon Pizza. I guess nobody figured out how good it was, and now this card is everywhere. Blue Black Terror, and now with Cryptic Serpent, you can even go without black. In fact, this list won the challenge. It was not playing black. It was playing 4 Cryptic Serpent, 4 Tolerant Terror. Black Mango, but this is uncommon. Why are you playing it? It was downgraded, downshifted in Commander Masters. So, here we are. You don't have Snuff Out. You have Snap instead, which is not even close. I personally hate bounce spells. Actually, lost a mirror where my opponent had Vapor Snag, and the damage from Vapor Snag mattered. I think that I would honestly play Vapor Snag over Snap if I had to replay this deck again. Not that I have to, and not particularly. I don't particularly love to play these type of decks, but they are strong, and they are right now maybe on top of the format. Just various ways of putting into play extremely large creature for very cheap mana. If you have black, you have Gurmagangler over Cryptic Serpent, but of course having a clean mana base of 20 lands, and by that I mean 16 islands and 4 Lorens Revealed, which are like tapped island, but they're extremely good because they let you shuffle with Brainstorm. So the problem with Pauper is that you don't have shuffle effect. This deck in particular is the only one that plays Brainstorm because you get to play with Mental Note and with Thought Scour to clean the top. Or the other deck that plays Brainstorm is the one with Squadron to shuffle. Now I'm assuming that because of Luren's Revealed, you can play Brainstorm in many other decks. So even like the Izzet Fairies and whatnot can play Brainstorm over Ponder Preordain because you have this shuffle effect. So you get to draw 3, put 2 lands on the top, and then shuffle. Something you don't normally in Legacy, but you could not do in Pauper because surely you have Ash Barrens, but it's not even close to Lawrence Revealed and the other land cyclers, which are now everywhere. I have finished 9th in a vintage challenge on Sunday with Jeskai Luris, this deck that I have finished 4th a while back, and now got at 9th place. Unfortunately, it's okay with 3 Lawrence Revealed in my deck. Again, this card is modern. Modern staple, modern powerhouse in every format. Definitely pick up your playset. And yeah, that's gonna be it for my decks of the weekend. You're gonna have one video a day, of course, on my channel at the same time every day. So stick around, follow the channel, subscribe to the channel, and follow to not miss it. And thank you all, and have a great week.